Hello. In this section, we're talking about Boy Scout Camping 101. And this will be a little bit different than maybe what people are accustomed to. So, first off, what does the troop provide in terms of camping gear that we have and also the responsibility of the scout? What we provide from the troop. The troop has 2-person and 3-person tents for the scouts to share. Scouts who are 14 years old and over and first class or above have an option to bring their own tents or hammocks and tent solo. Adults that do not have tents can check out troop tents based on availability. In terms of cooking, we provide coolers and dry boxes to transport the food. We provide chuck boxes that contain all of the pots, pans, and utensils, as well as camp stoves, the propane for those stoves, tables, everything they need to cook, as well as the KP stations. We also provide dining flies, one for the adult patrol and one for the scout patrols, all to use. So, a scout is basically responsible for bringing a sleeping bag, sleeping pad, blankets if they want, pillows if they want, a bag to carry their gear, and all you need really is a large duffel. That's sufficient. There's no need to go out and buy backpacks and stuff. Just a large duffel. Personal clothes, toiletries, and a personal first aid kit. We have multiple troop first aid kits, but it's always good to have one on each individual scout. Now, some tips for packing for camp. Scouts should pack their bags, not the parents, because what will happen, they get to camp, where is it? I know mom packed it, or dad packed it, where is it? I can't find it. And so they need to take on that responsibility. A great way of helping them do that is to follow a checklist and have them lay out everything in one place. Not, oh, my water bottle's here, this is there. It all needs to be in one place. And then as a parent, go through the checklist with the scout and check to make sure everything's there. And then allow the scout to pack. And then over time, the parent ends up doing less and less, and the scout is much more responsible for making sure that they have all of their gear. Now, in terms of packing, there are day pack items and then duffel bag items. So what should go in a day pack is water bottle, light, rain gear, jackets, gloves, anything like that that you might need on arrival at the campsite. Everything else goes into the duffel bag. Now, you will want to keep your day pack with you as you travel, because all the other personal gear goes into the trailer and it's locked up until we get there and get unloaded. So it's very important to have your day pack with you, because you may get thirsty on the drive, or when we arrive. We may arrive in the dark, so you need your headlamp. Or it may be raining, so you need your rain gear. Or it may be cold, so you need your jacket and gloves. All of that should be readily available. Now, BSA provides a personal camping gear checklist in your Scout Handbook. That's very handy and good to use. However, based on my personal experience, I pulled together both an adult and a scout packing list that I've shared many times, and it's gone through many iterations. Things that I find that are useful for both scouts and adults is Gold Bond and chapstick. Also for adults, earplugs, depending on who you're tenting closely to. And then from an adult perspective, especially a leader of a campout, maps, instructions, paperwork, it's just good to have that line item there. But this is a guide. Not all of this should be packed every campout. So if you look here, this is a guide, so only include what you need. So for example, if it's the middle of July, I'm not necessarily going to pack a jacket, a coat, and gloves. By the same token, if it's the middle of December, I'm not likely to pack swimsuit, towel, water shoes, things such as that. So this is a guide that someone can look at each time they pack and then make the decision of what they need or what they don't need. This is also available on the website. So now, final slide here. Very important on registering, departing, and returning. So registration. Register on the website as early as possible for the event. There's a lot of logistics that has to take place with the Scoutmaster in charge to make sure that we have everyone registered. In some events we have to pay for the activities, so we want to make sure all of that is squared away as soon as possible. Also, we're looking to make sure we have enough drivers and seat belts to transport all of the scouts. So if you are registered, we're expecting you to be there. If there is a cancellation, let the Scoutmaster in charge of that campout know, and the senior patrol leader and your patrol leader. Let us know as soon as possible, because the night of, when we're getting ready to leave, we're going through a roster, and if somebody is missing, then we have to take time to call them. Also, if someone just shows up that isn't registered, that throws things out as well, because they probably haven't paid grub money and the grub masters have not bought additional food for them, etc. So registering and keeping that registration current is critical. Departure. Typically we leave around 6 to 6:30 on a Friday night from the parking lot in front of where we have our troop meetings. Check the website for specific times or an email from the Scoutmaster in charge of the campout, because that could vary based on different things. But that's the general rule of thumb. When we return, that typically is by noon on Sunday to the Parish Center, which is on the northwest corner of 15th and Alma. The departure area is full of cars with parishioners going to Mass, so we go across the street. Emails are sent on our progress, so stay alert and see those emails. And parents, we really appreciate prompt pickup of the scouts so that they can get home and we can get the trailers put away before the back parking lot fills up. I hope that was helpful. There will be another part to this specific to the campout. However, if you have any questions, please let us know.